You're 21 years old.
Yes, sir.
Driving a green Huracan Lamborghini.
I am a gamer. The most fun I have is still being locked up in a room and doing some sort of thing related to YouTube.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you
for
for
joining
having
us. Nick is Nicholas Ulela.
My first name's like full name Nicholas, but
Nicholas?
most people call me just Nick or
Okay.
just my YouTube name, Socks. I go by that name more often these days, which is
Go by
funny.
Socks?
Yeah, which is funny, right?
Socks? Where the hell did Socks come from?
A random name generator, like 4 years ago. I was like playing, I don't even remember. I think like before like Fortnite was like popular, I was like, I need a name. And I just typed on Google random name generator, and I just clicked it a couple times, and it gave me like Socksfor1, and I was like, that sounds good on the tongue. Like
Nick is Nicholas Ulela.
Yes, sir.
is here with us today. He was introduced to me through Brian, who is a personal trainer I met at the Stretch Zone. I've been having some back issues over the last couple years, and really have a lot of movement problems with my left leg. Met Brian, started doing some personal training. He said he's roommates with a crazy YouTuber. And I was like, what are you talking about? You live with a bunch of 20-year-old YouTubers. I don't understand. I'm 49 years old, so I'm trying to understand this world. And he's like, nah, they're cool. I kind of help him out. He started doing YouTube years ago, and I've got some land out in the middle of nowhere that Brian was, came out and rode some four-wheelers and said you guys were doing some content. What is that YouTube channel for? What are you doing with that?
So right now, we're doing mostly gaming in the online. I mean, because of how COVID was in the last couple of years, I mean, it seemed to the direction we wanted to go. But now recently we wanted to expand into like more like in real life content, just because it's fun and it seems it's like the next stepping stone of like our YouTube careers. So we wanted to start doing some like more like crazy stuff like dirt biking.
Yeah. I had the pleasure last week of interviewing Richard Rollins from Gas Monkey Garage. He's a crazy guy. You should look him up on YouTube. He does donuts and he drinks beer all the time. He's a cool dude. But he's a big guy that got a big following. And so what made you get into YouTube?
I saw other like YouTube creators. When I looked at it on YouTube, it was more of like a competitive feeling. I was like, I could do that too. I feel like I could offer some more things here and there. So, I just said, fuck it, right? In my first semester in college, I was like trying to, record videos on the side, and it just slowly started picking up. So
awesome, man. So when did you make your first YouTube video?
My first year.
Like your first one, I don't care. Were you 10, 12?
Yeah, I would say I don't know the exact age, but like definitely when I was like very young. But I didn't do it as like trying to become a YouTuber. It was more because, I was a kid and I like making videos. So.
What was your first YouTube video of? You remember?
It was on Minecraft, and it was a tutorial on how to play the game.
Okay.
So it was like.
Now, how many people do you think viewed that video since then?
I mean.
How many people watched your first video?
When it was first up, it had maybe 20 views for years, right? But now since my channel has grown, a lot of people like going back to that old video and they're like, oh, young Socks, young Nick, right? So now it probably has like 150,000, 200,000 views.
So how many people have subscribed to you? I mean, I know I went on your channel once or twice because my son plays Minecraft and he's a gamer. My youngest son, his name's Camden. He's a big dude like me. And I've been pushing him to play sports his whole life. And he was probably 6, 7 years old playing video games. And I finally, a couple years ago, bought him 2 monitors, a really good gaming computer. And I said, you know what? As a dad, as a father, I said, you know what? Every kid is going to be different. I have an athletic older son who races motocross, who can basically do anything in the world. And my youngest son, he's kind of a sweet, shy, kind of introverted kid. I'm crazy, loud, and obnoxious. So I was sitting there going, all right, well, how do I bond with my youngest son.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, all right, well, I'm going to give him the best equipment. Mm-hmm. So he's got really good monitors, really good computers. And so I walk in from school. He was getting home from school one day, and I walk into the room, and all I hear is these headphones on. He's, just playing, yelling and screaming. And I thought he was like, something was wrong, you know? And I was like, okay, well, I'll walk in there, and, as a dad, I want to support my son, So I'm walking in, I sit on the bed, and I'm watching what he's doing. And next thing you know, I start screaming at the loudest voice, get him, kill him. Like, I started going wild, right?
Yeah.
2 minutes later, he looks at it and said, Dad, you just got me killed. And I'm like, well, I was trying to like encourage you or be supportive. And then, later I basically told him this: if you're going to spend a lot of time doing something that you enjoy, I get it, you enjoy it, be good at it. Just be good at it. Okay. Don't suck. So if you're going to spend a lot of time doing a lot of something that you like, just be good at it. Like I told him, I was like, if you're going to get followers, get some followers. If you're going to play a game, be good at the game. Like, don't just go play it. Just go, I got killed today, 10 times, be good at it. How do you feel about that?
Well, it depends. Let's say in gaming, you can take like many directions. If you want to go like be a professional, gamer, like go in the esports fields where you get really good at a video game, that's one field to go in. And a lot of people, like if you heard of like Ninja from Fortnite, he was one of the best players in Fortnite. So he focused on getting like really, really good at the game. But if you want to go in direction, let's say that I went was instead of, I didn't really care about getting good at the game. I just wanted to record that content and put it on YouTube in a, funny way. So making, doing something with that gameplay so someone can be entertained and watch from that. So those I would say like the two fields if you want to go in a more like competitive route in like being good, or maybe a more entertainment route. So
okay, so I'm going back to the same question I had a little while ago. How many followers do you have on YouTube?
On YouTube, so I have many different channels at this point. My main one, Socksfor1, is around 4 million.
4 million people have subscribed to watch you play video games.
It still blows my mind. I mean,
that's incredible.
It's 4 million in a room. I mean, like I couldn't even imagine like even 10,000 or even 1,000 people in one room. So
when did you go from like all of a sudden I have a YouTube channel to all of a sudden, wow, I have a YouTube channel? When did that happen?
Like when I saw it less as, like this is a career path. I think when I probably got my, when I saw I was making more than, let's say, one of the jobs I was studying for college, right? So I was studying computer science, and that was like the field I was going into. But when I got my like first paycheck, I was like, wow, I could make a lot more doing this, and plus I like it more. So that was probably like the switch.
That's pretty cool. So when you went to college to study what?
Computer science. I went to Gardner-Webb, but I didn't graduate. I dropped out at my first year in college.
Okay, in college.
I was introvert. Like I just kind of stayed to myself. Like I'm pretty shy.
You don't seem shy to me. You seem really outgoing.
Oh, that I had lots of practice.
Okay.
But in general, I keep to myself. Like I would prefer to stay home and watch Netflix than go out.
So your parents have got to be super proud of you.
Yeah. It was a bit of shock on my mom's side at first, because I had a small like scholarship for academic reasons to college, and convincing my mom like to drop out of college and to forget about like a good degree in computer science to do something that at that time, or even now, just seems kind of ridiculous, like gaming on YouTube. It's not a career path, it just doesn't make sense. So it was definitely a shock, but it took them a while to like see even now my dad's like, how is this possible? But yeah, they're definitely supportive now.
Are you doing investing or anything like that?
Yeah, my dad's definitely a big help, and I'm still learning as I go, because there's a whole like a business side to these things, and like learning about like taxes, now I'm learning like the best way to save money is actually just saving money on taxes, which is like, you know, a big shock for me, right? And learning how to best way to spend it. Like right now I spend most of my money on like real estate and stuff like that, because we kind of know the area, and that feels like the best way.
So when did you buy your green Huracan?
I did it on my birthday.
When was that?
That was a year ago on October 11th.
Just 21 years old.
Yes, sir.
Driving a green Huracan Lamborghini.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I don't care who you are in this world. Whoever listens to this, that's pretty badass.
Thank you.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah,
and
cool.
So your dad's got to be jealous.
Yeah. I mean, I let him drive it, you know, whenever he wants. So there's just, you know, mutual, like, you know, you drive it, because I don't drive it all the time. So it's
that's
like,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Brian one day, your trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that lives with you,
mm-hmm.
and he was driving a Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, okay, this dude's making $30 an hour training me. Maybe 40. Is it $40 an hour? I can't even remember what his rate is. He gave me a really wholesale discount, mm-hmm. because I've sold him on the fact that I was going to do a lot of training with him. So he gave me this like really big discount, mm-hmm. and it seems to be working out pretty good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about for him, but he worked out and came driving up in a Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, wow, what's your second job? And that's where you came up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, I want to meet this guy. Like, I'm a business entrepreneur, so mm-hmm. I respect anybody that works hard. Take me through a day. I just want to know, when you wake up in the morning mm-hmm. to the time you go to bed, what do you do?
Well, I would say it's different now. These days, I'm focusing more on my health. That's why I met Brian, and, you know, he's been like a huge help in my life. So these days I work out every single morning. I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm starting to put on some muscle. But so I work out in the morning, and then I usually just work from about noon all the way till like 9 or 10 p.m. in the evening. That's just because I don't see it as work. I see it as something I enjoy. Like I have fun doing it, and I can do it all the time. But before that, when I was still trying to make it a career, I mean, it was bad. I would 16, 20 hours, no sleep. I was sitting on the computer. I had like horrible acne. I was like big guy, you know, because I was just putting every day I was on the PC. Just woke up, same thing for like year and a half.
When you wake up in the morning, like, take me, when you first wake up, do you go right to the computer? Do you go right to the training? Do you go right to, how many hours do you think you spend in front of a monitor a day?
Mm-hmm. Well, I train as soon as I wake up, I train in the morning. I feel like working out in the morning has been the best for me, because it makes me like pumped up, ready. I still have like the pre-workout in me, and I'm like ready to go. So I work out in the morning, but then I finish around 11, 12. And then, so I would say I'm on the PC maybe 10 hours a day.
Well, if the audience is listening here, there seems to be a pattern, okay, that I want everyone to understand. Most people that I listen to on podcasts that are successful, mm-hmm. that have any type of entrepreneur spirit, or have been driven to be successful, they get up early and they usually work out, mm-hmm. right?
Really?
That's what I've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working out at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning for 30 years.
Oh my. Yes, sir.
So your mind, what I've always said is the first 2 hours when I wake up in the morning belong to me. Mm-hmm. Nobody else. They don't belong to my phone. They don't belong to anybody. They belong to me. Mm-hmm. Because by the time 8:30, 9 o'clock rolls around, mm-hmm. I've already been to the gym. I've already worked out. I've already had breakfast. I've already had my coffee. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking clearly. Mm-hmm. So the night before or the day before, if I had a bad day or somebody irritated me or I didn't fix a problem, mm-hmm. I go to bed and I do what's called the 24-hour reset. Mm-hmm. At least in my brain, what I do is I go to bed, and all the problems I had that were yesterday's problems, when I wake up in the morning, I don't have any problems. Mm-hmm. It's a new day. It's a new beginning. I'm going to the gym. Man, I feel great.
Yes.
Because if yesterday's problems turn into today's problems, mm-hmm. they're going to be a whole different dynamic of today's problems. Yesterday, they will sort themselves out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Have you ever found that you've had a problem, and then when you go to bed and waking up in the morning, having a gym workout, you're thinking more clearly? So if you were going to make a decision yesterday on a situation and everybody goes, let me sleep on it, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's actually the working out is almost life-changing. Like, even if I have the worst day on YouTube, nothing works out, I've been editing for 2 hours and I lost everything, you know, I'm just a shitty day, right? I go to bed, it's a new day. At least I know I had a good workout and I've done something to improve myself. Like, even if it's like a 1%, 0.1% improvement, you know, at least I got that done. So
yeah. Improving yourself every day is what I live for. I try to become smarter. I try to listen more. You know, years ago, I never really listened to anybody. I just tried to talk over people, and I was so anxious, and I didn't realize it was me having nervous energy. I was very anxious, and I felt like if I didn't spit the words out right now, I wasn't going to get them out. And so as I get older, I'm running slower and I absorb more information. It seems like I'm more of a computer now. I can now absorb. Pick a Sunday and say, man, I want to go have fun. Tell me the most fun thing you've ever done and something that you would still like to do for fun.
Well, I am a gamer, so the most fun I have is still being locked up in a room and doing some sort of thing related to YouTube. It's like a severe obsession.
Your buddy Brian over here, I'm going to resource him a little bit. He said you guys went and blew up a tank or something. What was?
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So like we said, we wanted to, you know, step away from the gaming content and try to do some more like in real life stuff. So, you know, we were trying to think of the most crazy thing, you know, that we could think of as like our first video that would, you know, people would be interested in. So, you know, I set up like a whole kind of 3-day trip. So it was like in 3 days we had to do as much as we can, right? So I have 2 other friends, they're from Europe, and I wanted to give them the most American day ever, right? So I was like, in 3 days, let's do the most American thing. So, you know, go to Waffle House, American steak, go to Universal Studios, and then shoot guns and tanks, right? So there was
tanks. Tell me about the tank thing.
Yeah, so there's after doing some research, or at least what I saw, there's only like a couple places, like 3 places in the entire United States where you can like drive a tank, right? There's one in LA, but you can only drive it. There's one in Texas, but in Texas you can't crush cars. And then the last one in Minnesota, you could drive a tank, crush cars, and shoot the tank. But we didn't get to shoot the tank because you have to be like 2 months in advance or something. But crush a car with a tank, sign me up, right?
You got that on video?
Yeah, we have that all on video.
Can we see it yet, or is it live?
It's not live right now.
You're holding back on everybody.
Yeah, because when we want to release it, we want to be ready to have the next video ready and the video after. Because if you want to release it, they're expecting another video, so you want to keep the hype going.
Yeah.
So
you want to keep that content and hype rolling.
Yeah.
So tell me about that. How was it? You drove the tank?
Yeah, and I also like. I think being a passenger was actually even scarier because like you're on top and you're like being flinged side to side, you know. Like if I was in a war, I would die instantly. I don't know how they do it. It's wild. It's
crazy, man. Wild. So what did that cost?
Honestly, not as like crazy as you would think. So they have like different packages, but it was like different tiers. So you could ride a tank for like $250, which is like, to drive a tank, that's not like crazy, right? But I got 2 packages of $600. So, but there was 6 of us there, and we got to crush 2 cars and drive tanks for about 2 hours. So, I mean, to me, that was like the best money spent.
You're going to have to send me that link. I'm going to have to go do that.
That
literally sounds like fun. I think I'm going to have to, Micah, my videographer, we're going to have to go do that for fun.
100%.
So let me ask you another question. Of all the videos that you've created, and do you even have a count? How many videos have you done?
Yeah, so we can actually see if we go on the channel. So I have like multiple channels at this point, but
your main channel, how many videos?
Maybe 500 videos.
Out of all your videos, which one got the most views?
So, I mean, it makes sense is the more crazy the video is, or the more time spent, like people appreciate when you put a lot of time into something. So videos that I spend the most time on did the best. So I had this two popular most series was one, it was called the 100-Day Challenge, meaning I had to play this certain type of game mode for 100 days, and then I had to put that all in one video. So it was like a lot of content jam-packed into all like this one video. And then my next challenge was playing a game for 24 hours straight without like sleeping, just straight up playing gaming for 24 hours. And then putting that 24 hours into like 15 minutes of content. And those were the best videos that I did on my channel.
So how long is your average video?
I would say average these days about 10 minutes long.
So there's 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So how long does it take you to edit, make, and create a 10-minute video?
Mm-hmm. Well, these days I definitely I only edit just like I kind of review, but I send like my raw footage. Let's say I record for on average 1 to 2 hours. I send that to an editor. So I have a team of editing, and they spend maybe 8 to 10 hours a day for one video. So it's definitely like I record and I send it out to like a team. I have like a team for like every different process to help me, you know, upload as much as possible, because it's
So how many videos a day you upload?
Spread out, because I spread it out on all my channels, so about maybe 4 to 5 videos a day.
So you're putting out 4 to 5 videos a day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And what is your right now? What is your average video viewing? Like out of all the channels, what do you average?
So on, let's say I have Socksfor1, my gaming. I mean, the thing about YouTube is it's a roller coaster ride. It's very unpredictable, or like if you're on the trends. I know I had one of my best trends was if you heard of the game Among Us, and it was this silly game, but I was one of the first creators to start making content on it, and I was averaging maybe like 110 million views a month on that channel. And then I have my
10 million?
Yeah, just crazy.
10 million views.
110 million a month, like on all the videos like combined, you know, for that month.
110 million views.
Yeah, it was crazy. But these days, I'd probably average about like 20 to 30 million a month on all the videos for that month. Like we go per month basis.
I'm kind of old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm probably your dad's age. I'm 49. So how do you monetize YouTube? Like if I want to just, you know, obviously I started a YouTube channel with the, you know, Real Talk with Mike, and I'm trying to build an audience of myself. And I'm just curious, how do you on YouTube monetize that? Like what did YouTube just all of a sudden start paying you? Did you have to link a bank account to them? Do they take taxes out of your check? Or like, I'm just curious, how does that work? Tell me the whole YouTube finance side of it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, so YouTube is, you know, owned by Google, so you get paid by Google advertisers. So the way you get paid is advertisers put ads on your videos, so and those ads give you money. So the depending on the content you make depends the ads that you get. So let's say a channel that does stuff about stocks will get ads and stuff about like cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, and those channels do get like it's called a CPM, and they get like a higher cost per minute on how much advertisers pay. So depending on like the content you make, depends what kind of advertisers want to put ads on your videos. So that definitely plays a role. But YouTube doesn't take anything from like they take a percentage of, they take about 20% of whatever, because they're bringing the ads to you, so it's a fair system. But they don't take anything for like tax reasons or anything. It's all on you to figure that out.
Do you have to give them a 1099 or something? Do you have to give them like your social security number and all?
Yeah. So I still have to fill out like link my bank account and all of that sort of paperwork and whatnot. But
so when you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you're making money on YouTube. Is that right?
Yes.
And your parents are over there like, what the hell is going on? Right?
Yeah.
You're making more than we are, and you're 16, 17, 18 years old. So out of your best month, not now, but when you first started to now, what was the best month you ever had on YouTube? Like, just, you don't have to, I know if you don't want to disclose a lot of financial information, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, just give me the best month. Just tell me the best month, dollar amount, because the audience will probably be, I'm curious to know. I'm not saying year to date. You don't need to disclose all what you make. You obviously do very well for yourself. But I'm just saying, what's the most money you made in 1 month?
Yeah, I don't mind disclosing it because it's actually public information. If there's this website called Socialblade, and on that you can type any YouTuber's name, Mr. Beast or whoever, and you can actually see how much they make per month, per year. It's not extremely accurate, but it does a like low to high range, you know. But I would say on my best month of all time, all my channels combined, I would say $500,000.
That's incredible.
You feel like a drug dealer.
So in 1 month, you made $500,000.
Yeah, but that was best trending month. It's definitely not that.
That's incredible. So from the time you started this YouTube channel to now, what do you think you've actually grossed? And just this one, like your channels all combined, from when you started to now, what have you grossed in revenue, you think?
Like just profit?
No, not profit, just total gross. Like you know, is it 5 million? Is it 6 million? Like, what have you grossed in sales amount from YouTube paying you? I'm just curious. Need to get on that site, right? Look up the Blade. What was it called? Blades. What was it? The one you looked.
Socialblade.
Socialblade.
Yeah.
We need to Google Socialblade because they'll probably tell you what you've year to date of what your channels are. I'm just curious. Do you have an idea?
I would say maybe 4 or 5 plus million.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean it's mind blowing. But my next step is trying to figure, because the problem with like the business is that it solely relies on you. So if I were to take a month off, it's like the business goes straight down. So as soon as I stop putting the hours, it just instantly stops. So I'm trying to figure a way to create a business on YouTube that does not rely on me. But
do you have other people working doing content creation with you? Do you have all of a sudden you have a guy next to you creating content that you put on your channel? Do you do that, or they all just want to watch you?
Well, I record with people most of the time when I'm playing some sort of game, and they have their own separate YouTube channels to upload. But it's never like a different person on my channel, just specifically that person. That usually doesn't work. Other channels try it, but you know, people are there for you because you were with them since day one, and they don't want to see like someone else. I mean, I haven't seen a channel just like replace like the main person, but
so Instagram and Facebook, do you do anything there too?
I do on Instagram. I would say I need to definitely post more there, but that'll come in time when I start doing more in real life content. Because
what do you think about this TikTok thing?
If you're starting off on YouTube or you need more recognition, TikTok's the way to go, because it's much easier to get out there in the first place and get your views, and it's a great way to take your audience from TikTok to YouTube. But on a monetized side, I don't think TikTok's that great. You could get millions and millions of views, but you're talking about a couple cents. It's not there. Most like the top TikTokers, most of their money doesn't come from TikTok. It comes from the sponsorships they work with, and they promote those brands on like TikTok. And yeah.
So on the weekends, do you take the weekend off? Do you work on the weekends too?
I mean, I try to work all the time.
7 days a week.
I mean, I of course I take days off but sometimes it's not because I'm just tired of what I'm doing. I'm tired because Brian worked me too hard during the week, so I just I rest, and I watch a lot of anime and stuff like that. But
all right, so Brian was telling me that you are a possible artist as well. Do you do a little artwork?
Well, I don't draw myself, but one of my channels is an animation channel, and I hire like a team of artists to like tell a story. So I write out a script and I say it, and they animate it and make it live.
How'd you find these people? How do these people write a script? You write the script, they do the work. Who are these people?
Well, when you're on like the online, what is a huge bonus of having like a fan base or people subscribed? It's like in your videos you could say, you know, I'm looking for this type of person, and then you have all these people trying to like reach out and find these people, you know, and helping each other and whatnot. So. But finding a good person takes time because I definitely worked with a lot of people, and they try to get they just try to get like money out of you, or they're just not good at their job or whatnot.
Right.
But
yeah. You got to be very careful. You know, a lot of people are going to, you know, try to, you know, get involved with you and things like that. So I'm sure your parents help you out. You have a good circle of people around you now. That's good. All right. So we were talking earlier about this. You played video games. How many times have you stayed up 24 hours and played video games?
I would say it's not that much. I did it 6 times, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brian this morning was at the gym working out, and he says that you like Amino Energy with electrolytes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna pull these out. I've got this green apple. Okay. We've got, what is this? Grape. And what's this one over here? What do we got? Cherry?
Yes.
So what's your favorite?
My favorite would be for sure the cherry.
The cherry. All right. So we'll take these glasses over here, and I've never had this drink before. Send us a case, and we'll put it in the next YouTube video of Socksfor1, okay? All right, so we're going to try the cherry, see how it goes. All right, there you go.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm going to try the cherry and see how this tastes. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. And just so you know, he's 21 and has told me prior to being on the air that he does not drink alcohol. So we are having Amino Energy electrolytes. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
That's not bad.
It slaps.
What slaps? What
It
slaps?
slaps.
Slaps?
It's really good.
Slaps means good.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm old, man. So all these young
No, you're
listeners are
fine.
like, dude, this guy's old. He doesn't even know what slaps mean.
You're all good.
All right, so we're going to taste the, what's this, green apple. All right, let's try this one.
What do you rate the cherry flavor? Or will you do that at the end?
Yeah, let's rank that at the end.
right.
Right now, I'm ranking it pretty damn good. I think got me a new energy drink.
you.
Cheers on the green
Cheers.
apple.
Yes, sir.
All right.
This one's also really good.
So.
So.
All right, let's go to the grape. Because when Optimum Nutrition sees this podcast and hears it, they're going to send us a case. I promise you they will.
Yeah, we got to get that
We got to
sponsorship.
get that sponsorship.
Yes, sir.
Man. Yes. Absolutely got to get that next sponsorship. Yeah, because we ain't doing this crap for free. All right. Cheers for the last
Cheers,
one. We're
thank
going to
you.
have the grape.
Yes. Do you like medicine flavor?
It's like medicine flavor.
Yeah, I love medicine flavor.
You know, right now I'm going to say that the grape and the cherry are probably my two favorite. This green apple, Optimum Nutrition. You might want to flavor up the green a little bit, but everybody's got different taste buds.
Yeah,
it's really good though. I know we've got the Rock's new energy drink. How do you even say this? Zoa? Is that how you say it? Is it, you watch
Not
The Rock?
sure.
You know The Rock. You like The Rock?
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy is...
He's a beast, isn't he?
I mean, like, idol.
I don't
but-
get crazy over celebrity. I've met a lot of celebrities in my life. If I met him, I'd want to give him a hug.
Yeah, no, he's like, he's perfect.
He's a cool dude, man.
You do, man.
So I don't understand this one, man. Like the Monster Energy drink, it's the original OG, right? This is the OG, right? And then this is the Red Bull OG. These are like the two originators of energy drinks.
Yes.
Have you had any of these?
Yeah, so
Which ones do you like?
I'm honestly not a fan of any of those.
Me either.
They
don't taste good.
I don't
They're
know how
kind-
people just like them. I
don't either.
Don't taste good.
You know, I have friends. I used to go out to the bars, and everybody go, "Oh, I gotta have a Red Bull and vodka."
Yeah.
I'm like, Red Bull, and I taste it. Ugh, like I want to throw up. You know, the girls be drinking them all night long. So tell me about the Lamborghini. What made you buy a Lamborghini?
It's the best looking car. I mean, to me, I seen like Ferraris look good, and I mean Porsches look good, but the Lamborghini just...
My car looks good sitting next to
100%. I mean, no, I love
your car's badass.
I love what you did with your car, and but
yours is badass. So what made you pick green? Is that just the only one they had left?
I wanted a color that most people get, like a black or a gray. I wouldn't say most people, but like if you're getting a car like that, you want it to kind of like
you want to stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to stand out. It's like an orange pair of shoes or something. It's like me. I drive an orange car.
Yeah, it looks great.
Orange.
Yeah, you want to show it. Yeah.
I painted the calipers orange too because I wanted it to like match. I'm really OCD.
Yeah.
So everything I do has to be like super OCD. Anyway, what do you think about the studio? You like it?
Oh, I was the first thing I complimented on it. It was like I want something like this.
These chairs are not for sale, by the way.
Yeah.
So you can't. Well, maybe you could buy them. It'll just take me a month to reorder them. But man, these energy drinks were pretty good. I'm already starting to feel it. So today, are you going back to work? Or are you going to get back on the computer? Or have you already worked today? Tell me about today. Have you already done a shoot? Did you already do your videos?
No, I woke up, worked out, and we came straight here. So
when you go back to do a video today, like in your brain, when you go back to sit in front of a computer, like tell me what your thoughts are. Like all of a sudden I have a game plan. Like, if you're a script, you said you write scripts for your animation, but when you sit down, what's your game plan? Like when you sit down in front of a computer, what are you trying to get accomplished today? Like what are you going to shoot a video on today?
So today, when I get on my computer, I have content managers, and they help me like scour the internet for like games that I need to record. So they send me a game that I should play, a short description of what that is, and I launch it. And like my goal is recording as many videos as quality as I can in the shortest amount of time. So trying to get recording sessions under an hour, and then doing as many of those a day. So today I'll go back and try to record 5 to 6 videos within 6 hours.
Wow.
It's like a robot.
So what's your favorite show on Netflix?
My favorite show? I just finished watching Breaking Bad.
Did you?
Yeah, that was the best show I've seen in a while. It was
Really?
like fantastic.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, highly recommend. It's
Everybody says that's a good show.
It's
What
the
makes
best.
it good?
I mean, it's
What's it about?
It's about a science teacher that becomes a drug dealer.
No way.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
cool.
It's really cool. He becomes like,
Is he good at it?
Yeah, he becomes like really badass as the show goes on. So
I guess that's why it's called Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What else have you watched on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Netflix?
I mean, watch that. I mean, I'm watching an anime right now. It's about basketball. I forgot what it's called because they're like Japanese titles, but I don't know. It's about like basketball players, and it's just like it's more like a motivational thing. When you see people working hard on like shows and stuff, it makes you want to work hard. So even though I don't play basketball, just seeing people like putting in the work, it just kind of makes it
You
motivates
respect
me.
anybody that puts in the work.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you've worked hard.
I try to.
But I mean, listen, you've put in, like you said, 10 hours a day, every single day since you were like 12, right? 13 years old, you started doing this, right?
Well, I would say seriously, not till like 15, 16, but
Okay.
12, I was,
So the
eating
last 5
sand.
years, so the last 5 years of your life, you've been putting in 10 to 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Every day. So guys, this is not something that happened, all of a sudden I made one video and became a millionaire on YouTube. I mean, this is a lot of work. That's what people don't realize, do they? Yeah. So how many people respect you out there in the YouTube world?
Respect? I don't know. I usually don't collaborate that much. I stay within like my set kind of like friend group and
Do you
whatnot.
work with any other YouTubers? Do you guys collaborate on different projects and jobs? Do y'all like cross mingle, like this YouTube channel, your YouTube channel? Do you kind of blend and try to get their audience to see your stuff and theirs? Do you do that?
I've seen channels, and that's actually like a good effective way to like, grow each other and help. And it does help at times, but I kind of stick to my own lane, and I just play with the same like friend group.
The other thing is are you any good at any of these games?
At this point, I would say I'm okay, just because I play so much, but
What's your favorite game?
my favorite game.
Like if you would just say, I'm waking up in the morning in my pajamas, I'm going to go work out with Brian. I'm going to say, you know what, I'm taking the day off, and I just want to go gaming. What game are you playing?
Have you heard of League of Legends?
No.
Well,
I don't play video games.
It's all good. There's this game called League of Legends, but I play like a rip-off worse version of it, and that's like my addiction game.
Is this like a superhero? League of Legends?
Yeah, I mean,
Is it like Batman, Superman? That kind
no,
of thing?
not like that.
Okay.
It's more like popular games from like popular characters from like video games, and they just kind of put them together.
See, my era, man, I was Mortal Kombat. I was
yeah.
I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. I used to play Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I loved Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That was my game. The most popular game that people watch for you is still Minecraft or
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Not Fortnite anymore. I kind of hopped away from that. But I would say on my main channel, I kind of just play whatever I'm kind of feeling. But yeah, Minecraft is like pretty big.
Still big?
It's big only because like the game itself, it's not about Minecraft anymore. It's because the game itself allows you to do anything in it. Like if you wanted to add guns into Minecraft, you can, because it's the platform, like the game itself is like this endless kind of like do whatever you want, you know.
So when you were investing real estate with your dad,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about the cryptocurrencies? Do you own any of that?
No, and the reason is because I feel like if I need to, like, if I wanted to, I like investing in things I'm 100% sure of, and I know that I'm spending my money like on stuff I know. The crypto is like, it would be smart if I was constantly on top of it, like if it's going up, down, keeping with like stocks and whatnot. But since I don't look at that, I just kind of stay away from it. So
you're buying real estate, Lamborghinis. What else do you buy for investing?
right now, that's it. I mean, I'm open for suggestions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, investing is, you know, I'm kind of an old school guy. I've said this many times. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast or not, but I had a grandfather that was kind of old school, and he said, if you can't touch it or feel it, you don't own it. What do you think about that?
I mean,
that's like I could sell you this. This is $5. You know,
Yeah.
You can touch it. You can feel it. You know, it's like gold, silver. You know, cars, like you said, real estate, commodities, things you can touch, real gold.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's kind of the old school mentality. It seems like you have a little bit of that, you know, in you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's my dad who kind of like built that in me. I mean, that goes into like these whole like NFTs that are going on.
What is an NFT?
So an NFT is, okay, it's in simple, it's a virtual art, but that piece of art gives you like some reward for being part of it. So like the most popular one is called like the Bored Ape Club. And if you're part of it, if you own that, you're part of the yacht club, and then you can make connections with like celebrities and whatnot, or at least that's how I understand it. But it's just, to me, it's a kind of like a scheme for rich people to get even richer. Because let's say if like Snoop Dogg gets one of these NFTs, everyone wants to get one of those NFTs, right? So, I mean, that's how I understand it. I know.
Do you own any NFTs?
No, I stay away from
Me
that.
too. I don't understand it.
I don't like fully like, you know, I know people that own NFTs, they're going to be like, blah, 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 blah. But like, you know, I just, not for me.
I don't disagree with you. It's a world I'm not really familiar with. Like if you walked into the bank right now and said, I need $100,000 cash.
Yeah.
I got $100,000 cash in the bank. I'm sure you do too. And I could go and say, I want $100,000 cash right now. I want it in $100 bills and I want it today. They would tell you no. They would look at you and go, we would have to get that money for you. We'd have to like get all the other banks to collaborate. We could probably have it for you tomorrow. But think about that.
No, I never thought of it like that.
So if you go to the bank right now and say, I want $100,000 cash, just try it for shits and giggles. Go to YouTube channel and try to go to the bank and actually video that. They'll tell you no. They'll say, are you under distress? Are you something happened in your life? Are you being robbed or are you being blackmailed? It's my money. I can do whatever I want with it. I got to go buy me another Lamborghini. The guy wants cash. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could walk up to, Weddington, and the guy is going through a fire sale, and he goes, man, I'm going to sell you my $200,000 Lambo for $150. I need the cash today. You can't get it.
I never thought of it that way, but that's actually, I mean, it makes sense from like the bank perspective.
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure you have plenty of, stuff under the mattress at your house, huh?
I will after this conversation.
I think everyone, my mom, and I'm sure she listens to these podcasts. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. But the thing is, they're kind of old school. So my mom, we're going to be doing a little bit of renovations on my mom's house. And my mom was walking me through the house, and it's this dated house, I grew up in. And I want to help them out and kind of get the house fixed up a little bit for them before they pass away so they can at least enjoy some of it. And my mom's like, well, be careful, son. Like, if you look in every drawer, because could be some money in there. Like, she's got money stashed all through the house and all these different places. And I think if she ever gets dementia, I'm going to have to get like 10 people to come through the house and like search the house for the money. It's like the old school mentality of like, I have a jar and then money's here, and then I have a mattress, money's here, and I have a old bra that's probably stuffed in, from back in the day. But no, it's, got to love the generation of the older, people saving cash and hiding it through their house. But what happens when your house burns down?
Yeah, that's good.
You lose your cash.
It's all gone.
Yeah. So maybe the backyard, we should bury it out back. Get one of these big like fireproof safes and get like a small bobcat and just come like dig 12 feet under. Put a small. What we need to get a shipping container. Get like what we need to do is like your backyard, bury a small shipping container, and then have like some stairs going down to it, and then have like a porthole for air. And then you can put all your like Bitcoins in there.
Bitcoin.
Since they're real. Since you can touch them and feel them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the next purchase in your life? Are you looking to buy any other cars? I mean, is there anything you got your eye on? I know you just bought a Jeep Wrangler and you bought some couple dirt bikes. Yeah. Do you even know how to ride a dirt bike?
No.
You bought two really cool, like one's a KTM. I saw it in the garage, and then I saw your gas. My son used to race motocross, and he could show you how to ride those things if you want.
Yeah, I would definitely appreciate that.
You really want to learn?
I do want to learn. That's
right.
I mean, that's me stepping out of my bubble. Zone. Yeah,
right. I mean, you have the build. You're kind of slender. You're lean. You're tall. And you can stay up all night. So you got the stamina.
Yeah.
Because dirt biking, people don't realize it takes a lot out of your body. Dirt biking, you use your legs, you use your core, you use your arms. It's really a grueling. I used to ride a little bit, and my son would ride for days, and I'd get out there and ride 2 or 3 minutes, and my arm would be like what's called arm pump. Yeah, do you know what that is?
Yeah,
where you're throttling, and next thing you know, you can't feel your arm.
Yeah, I got it from we went go-karting, and just holding the handle and turning. I mean, your forearms are just on fire.
Yeah, it's crazy. You think all these sports where you have motors that's really easy is not easy. I work around a lot of guys that do window tinting, paint protection, that are entrepreneurs. And I'm having a very diverse amount of people on the podcast to learn from. And you are definitely an inspiration to the younger generation to say, hey, you can get a good break. When was your biggest break? When did you get a break? Like, you do this content, you're doing the YouTubes, you're doing the thing, and then all of a sudden one hit. Is that what happened? Like one YouTube video, like all of a sudden took off?
Yeah, I definitely had one video that, did take off, but what you realize is that you don't want to be like a one-hit wonder, right? Even if you have one big hit, you have to come with another big hit a month later, and you got to keep doing that, or, because it's like a roller coaster ride. So like you're here when you start and you get your big hit, right? But that only lasts for so long. So, you're down here and you start going down. So you need another big hit, and you got to keep on doing that as you make your way up the mountain.
Sounds like an artist singing songs. You get one hit and then you listen to the rest of the CD and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, you're like,
what was that? Yeah. They put out the rest of the music just to get that one song on the CD.
Yeah.
Here I am old saying CD,
No, you're all good.
Yeah, now it's I had to download 50 songs in 2 seconds. Back in the day when I had my first car, we had cassette decks. That's how old I am. Cassette decks.
Yeah.
And I know I saved up enough money for a Sanyo. But I used to tell my friends, I was like, guys, my Sanyo has auto reverse.
Ooh.
That means we used to hit 2 buttons, the forward and the rewind at the same time, and hit it, and it would auto reverse the tape so you could play the back side of the tape. Man, we were cool back then.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. And Mike, our videographer, is going to go outside and get a video of us getting in your Lambo.
Yeah, sure.
And we're going to smoke the living tires out of your car in the parking lot. And you're going to do a burnout, and I'm going to do a burnout. We're going to see which one wins.
I'll let you do it in my car because I don't know.
But I'll burn. You don't know how?
No, I'm too afraid.
All right, so I'll tell you the truth, man. I'd never done a burnout until I bought my GT500.
Yeah.
And then I had my buddy Chris West come to town and help me paint protect it and hang out, and he got stuck here during COVID. And I said, bro, I've never done he said, man, this car does a hell of a burnout. And I said, well, I've never done a burnout. Here I am, 48, 47 when I got the car, never done a burnout. I went and did a burnout. I'll tell Micah to put that in the video of me doing a burnout.
Yeah.
And one day I went through $1,000 in 2 rear tires.
Oh my.
But it was fun. and I let these guys, Bros for Speed, they're a YouTube channel. They go around and do like they talk about cars, and they talk about like a review of cars. And I let them use the footage of my smoke burnout. I have it on my video, and it would fill up this room times 10 of how much smoke the tires generated. And it was at Fitness Connection right in front of the parking lot because I was so mad the gym was closed because during COVID I couldn't go work out. I was pissed. So I was taking the frustration out of the tires, and if you see where it was smoking up the front of Fitness Connection. That was me giving them it's not their fault. They were closed. It was the COVID's fault. But man, it was a lot of fun. And then I let my buddy Chris, I had line lock. Do you have line lock on it?
I don't know what that is.
Line lock is where you press the brake and it seals the front tires and locks the car down to where you can do a burnout.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? It's called line lock. I don't know if a Lambo, I've never done one in a Lambo, but we can do it. So it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, we could do a burnout, mine next to you, and we can just like do them together.
Yeah.
And we could add that to your new reality YouTube channel.
Yeah, sure.
We'll probably get 1 million views.
Maybe.
People love burnouts.
Yeah.
It costs us $1,000 in tires, but if we get 1 million views, how much money would we make?
1 million views?
Yeah.
I mean,
how much? How much will we? I have no idea. Like if we had 1 million views on our 2 burnouts on YouTube, how much money could we make?
Maybe $2,000.
So we'd buy the tires. That'd be about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it. But I've learned a lot today, man. You've actually educated me, and I really appreciate you coming in. And you're super cool, and you've got a great personality, and you should be very proud of yourself, man.
Thank you, and
Yeah,
thank you for having me.
No, it's no
great
problem,
place.
No, I'm glad to become, friends with you, and we've got some other projects we're going to be working on, and I'm really glad to have met you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah,
this
man.
was great.
Thanks. And, Brian, thanks for introducing us. I've got him here in the studio, and Micah, my videographer, he's going to come out and do some cool videos of us getting in our cars, and want to say thanks. And we really want to thank Optimum Nutrition again, because these energy drinks have made me so alert and so bright. I really want to go play video games now.
Yeah, right.
All right, my man, we're going to call it. Have a good one.